Welcome back to my channel. Today is a beautiful day. It's supposed to be in the 20s today. So if you're wondering what that is in Fahrenheit, well, it's in the 70s. So we are very excited. It's beautiful. It's the perfect weather to work outside, to get a few things done, have a barbecue maybe, all that good stuff. So we're looking forward to it. I do hope you moms out there had a wonderful Mother's Day. What a blessing it is to be a mom. I am so thankful my children kind of sneak away with daddy and got me all wonderful gifts. I am so blessed to have my children and my husband with me. And they got me some really, they know me. So I love the gifts that I received. It was it's even more of a blessing for me to see their joy through giving me something. So it was great. We had a good Mom's Day with my beautiful family. I'm just very thankful to God to take care of me this way. Today, a few things I'm gonna work on. You'll tackle along with me, hopefully. I will probably talk in this vlog a little bit about how I managed to homeschool all my children together. That was one of my worry for me when I started homeschooling. So I'll share a few things with you guys and how I was able to manage that and what I've done. Because there's different growth, there's different ages, it's different every time. So I'll share a little bit of my experience, my thoughts, how I went through it, what I've done, and hopefully that will help you along the way. I'm always going to point out this is my experience. Every family is different, and you do what's best for yours always. No, that's just wonderful with homeschooling because you know your children, you get to know who they are, you know how they learn, you know how, so you arrange, you adjust as you go along, and change happens more than once. So I'll share that with you today. So I'll get started. I was asked a question a few weeks ago, about how I managed to homeschool more than one kid at a time. This was a bit scary for me when I first started homeschooling. because obviously it's a concern of you want to make sure you teach your children right. You want to educate them to the best of your abilities. So that was really kind of like a concern for me when I first started homeschooling. So the way that I did it with my family, my children, this is what I'm going to share with you today. Mostly educational game was the base because they were young, and like I said in my video before this one, when they're little, I think it's important that you play with your kids as best as you can, as much as you can. Just cherish those little moments because children do learn a lot with playing games. So, and playing games and educational games is good with all your kids. You can include them in everything you do, and I think that's pretty amazing. So, I did a lot of that. Also, there's also like subjects that you can do together with your children, which I did with mine, more along those lines of geography, science. You can do history as well. I remember when we lived in, when my children were little, we had a wall that we called homeschool wall. And we left that wall open to do all kinds of fun activities with the children together. So when we did the planet and the solar system, well, all the kids together cut the shapes of the moon and Jupiter, and they colored it, and we had labeled them, and we did the solar system pattern, and it was really fun. And we left it there for, I would say a month or so, and I thought that was pretty good because it's something that they could see every day, and we would go take our turn and named the planets and all that stuff. So that was really fun. We also used that wall to do geography. So we learned how to study when they were little. We started with continent and the name and where they were, and we did a world map, and that was so fun because then they can cut and color, and it stays in their mind and they remember those things. We also did the Canada map with the provinces in there and the names, and you can even go deeper. You can do the cities, the capitals in that province, or if you are in the United States, then you do the states and all that stuff. So we use that, and we did that a lot, and I thought that was really fun. I wish I had a wall now. I really don't have like that space anymore. So, and now of course that my children are a bit older, we do things a bit differently. I also want to say that with stages of life of your children, the teaching changes as well. As they grow older, they get more independent. They get to do more things on their own. So that changes also. I remember when, I also think that it's important that any kind of age to take time to teach your children alone, to have that time alone with one-on-one kid, one-on-one child, to see where they're at, and you can help them with the harder subject like math or English or all that stuff that you can connect with one-on-one. And when you have toddler at that age, sometimes it can be a bit tricky. And what I would do is I would put my toddler in a game that they can do on their own, motor skills, little baby puzzles, stuff like that. Also, when they were napping was a good time for me to be able to spend time with my oldest, hello Rolo, and see where he was at and what he needed help with. So when they were little, this is how I manage it. When they started to grow a bit older, we did things a bit differently, and then I started to learn about these amazing unit study, which I love, because I explained that before in prior videos, how you can do all of it together and they have their own books, and it makes it so easy on the mama and the children. It's wonderful. Reading with your children, you can do that together. There's a lot of subjects that you can do together as a family. Also, as they grow older, they get more independent, and then you can put them online classes. They have online classes now. They have subject classes, like my oldest is doing his math online, which is wonderful.
because somebody's actually teaching him better than I can, and it also gives me the time that I need to spend with my two youngest children and help them in what they need to learn and emphasize that with them. So these are all things that you can manage, and as you grow with homeschooling with your children, you learn how they are and how they also like to learn. So these are all things that you grow with them. A beauty of homeschooling is that you grow with them, and as they grow older, they will have different interest, and you can focus on that for their future career, which I think is pretty cool to do. So I hope that this vlog was helpful in one way or another on how to manage to homeschool your children if you have more than one children. I know it can be a struggle at first, but eventually, if you set up a routine, for us when we first started this, we did a schedule, and that was really helpful for me at that time. I needed that structure, that schedule. I still have a structure today, a schedule, but it is different. We're more lean back now because I've been homeschooling for a while now, and I know my children, and it's a bit easier as they grow older to manage. Although the subject gets a bit more complicated, but there's different time in homeschooling, and you got to appreciate every stage from when they're very little till they're in high school. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button on and the notification bell, and that way when I have another vlog, you guys can follow along with our family life, our little homeschool world here in New Brunswick, Canada. I do wish you a wonderful week. Over here it's been beautiful weather, so we kind of enjoy the sun, and spring's coming, and all kinds of fun things are coming that we are gonna share with you guys. Or so on that note, till the next vlog, we'll talk very soon.